Oh shit, that's my cue. Hang on, I gotta start.
We're
fucking
Off to a
somehow
great start.
real smooth Ash.
Did I mess up the serious time? Sorry, we'll do it again in a second.
Another
I gotta start my
20-minute
Twitch.
banter video.
There's no
Alright,
way
Twitch
I
has
can
started.
put what we just said into the video.
Gotta turn off the beginning there.
Now I'm sad because of one of the LZs.
Someone named an LZ after him.
Oh,
Alright, here we go. So it is the 29th of June. It is 2:30 in the morning. The Ostermarie airfield, which we so valiantly attempted to take earlier, didn't get taken. In fact, we never set foot on it. So the region is still under Russian control. The commander of this region, the battalion that controls this region, is named Lieutenant Colonel Konstantin Pavlov, and his codename for this operation is Butcher. We will be going after him. We want to capture him if possible, kill him if not. He should be located in the target building, which is marked right there. So we will be assaulting the town of Ostermarie while he is hopefully sleeping, and we will capture him and or kill him. He has been ramping up his efforts against the resistance that we're supporting. He's been using gunships and APCs and shit to combat them, which is unfortunate when they hide in towns and safe houses, and then he strafes a town with a gunship to get rid of the resistance. They're civilian casualties. The civilians are some blaming them and some blaming us. Right? We came in here and poked the hornet's nest, and everyone's not happy. So we're gonna get rid of him. He's our primary objective here. We don't have to clear the town. We don't have to touch the airfield. If we get him out to an extraction point and get him on a helicopter and we're still operational, we are, still majority of us up, that sort of thing, then we may move to the airfield and see if we can get rid of some air assets that are grounded, that sort of thing. If the situation is kind of foobar, then we will leave. So, as Dragon suggests, we will probably leave. Yeah, so yeah, we have a standard ROE. Make sure you're watching your targets. There could be civilians here. It's nighttime. Hopefully there won't be a lot of them out, but can happen. We're going to be staying quiet until shit hits the fan, basically, so we'll probably be running suppressed here. Make sure that you're getting authorization to shoot unless you've got, a hot target that's already shooting at us. We'll be transported in via Ghost Hawk to the first LZ there, and then we'll have Cass on station at some point to give us some scouting. They're not going to be doing much as far as target engagement unless we see something on our way in that we want them to kill before we move. They may be keeping airfield assets from coming after us once we go loud, so that will be, I guess, their primary goal during this. I went off script on my briefing here. If the team that gets into the building first, which we can't really tell who it'll be because we're not sure of our exact movement once we get into the town, the team that ends up taking the building, if the guy's armed, don't risk yourself. I mean, if you think you can take him down and then just, we can restrain him and give him medical attention, fine. If he is not armed, then please just arrest him. Team leaders, if your guys are not familiar with how to do that with AGM, please instruct them quickly at the beginning here. So once we leave the LZ, we're going to move up through the buildings and the trees to the north, using them as cover. Then we'll hook into the slight defilade that kind of runs along where that marker says west until we get south of the industrial building there. We'll move up there. We may try to use that as an OP, kind of the edge of the town there. We might try to put a person on the roof of that if it's accessible. I don't know if we're willing to risk that or not. And then we'll probably bound by squads up into the town. So, any questions, comments, concerns?
Question.
Yeah.
Since we have 2 full squads, 4 full fire teams, will we be having one squad hold outer perimeter security while another moves in, or are we going to have both squads of almost 20 people pushing into the town at the same time?
That's going to depend largely on what we see when we get there. We don't know what enemy activity here is like. So we talked about briefly in the like officer briefing. I don't know what we're going to see there. If it's pretty quiet, then we may end up leaving a team in this area that looks like, on our approach there, that looks like a place that you might be able to, standing off, 50, 100 meters from the buildings, you can kind of get a good sight line on some things. But if those trees are really thick to the north of it, or, you can't see through the buildings, then we may end up pushing both squads in.
Did you mark something?
Yeah,
You guys been marking?
inside. I've marked several things.
Which thing did you mark just now, though? I didn't see it.
An X northeast of OP1.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see it.
Okay. So yeah, it's going to depend on the situation, I guess. We've talked about leaving a squad external, and we've talked about sending them both in. I think it's going to depend on what we see. Probably what's going to happen, I mean, my guess is either at OP1 or at that next checkpoint, we'll probably take contact. I mean, the Russians are going to have night vision, that sort of thing. So when we take contact, probably the other squad is going to maneuver. So if we take contact, say at that farthest X, then whichever squad is there is going to hold there, and the squad that was behind them will either maneuver to the, northwest into those trees and buildings, or directly to the east into those buildings. So we may end up kind of circling apart from each other a little bit. So.
After that. And then second question, I know that Overlord has usually had a bit of a supply problem, and supply hasn't been getting us machine gun suppressors. So every so often we go into an op and the ARs don't have suppressors on them. If that's the case this morning, should the ARs hold off on engaging until we decide to go loud, or are we standard ROE, shoot back if we get shot at?
Yeah, shoot back if you get shot at. If we're going to try to, say, take down a patrol, then I guess we'd say, ARs hold off until they start shooting back. But
okay.
But yeah, if you're getting shot at, you shoot back. So
okay.
No worries
and
there.
That's only a matter of that only matters rather if we don't have suppressors. So
right.
If we do, then it's a moot point.
This was probably already covered, but do we have strong intelligence leading us to believe that Objective 1 is in that particular building, or is he in a building in this town?
We have HUMINT indicating that, because it's been reliable so far, that is his residence in this town while he is at this post. Is he there? We don't know. It's the middle of the night, and it's his house. So he should be, a 70% chance maybe.
We need a fire.
If he's not, yeah, if he's not, and we get there and we clear it, and he's not there, and we have no other intel, we'll probably just leave, unless we, are still of strength to go play in the airfield. If we get there and it's it's obvious, there's armed guards and a, couple of vehicles parked at some other house, then we may take the initiative to turn around and go hit that one. So I like that analogy, Dragon. Maybe we can just send Dragon's team to go play in the traffic. All right, any other questions?
Hey.
Can we just get one of the guys to hold a JDAM in the fixed wing, or in the rotary unit, and just kind of drop it as we go?
Just drop it when we need it. I like that idea.
Just drop it.
Second that idea. There wouldn't be a rocket noise, but a second.
I'll roll up in go-karts.
I guess that depends if Ash has a battery or not in his laser detonator.
He starts with a battery, dang it.
There are times when I do not start with a battery. I'm just gonna say,
Since
it happens. It happens. I think it's magical. So it's only there when we don't need it.
It's the same issue we have with supply and the AR suppressors.
Ooh, I wonder if that's true. It's it's a single magical issue that only Rebel knows how to solve and chooses not to because he hates us.
We're getting
I
our
just think
stock
it's
in bulk.
some lazy supply chief who's not throwing us the right stuff.
Me too.
Sorry, guys.
Keep
Also, back to
RP,
talking about
guys.
Rebel.
Keep the
Alright.
RP.
Are we good? Good.
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 I guess
Really
similar to Dragon's question, I was going to ask is, I guess this you can't it'd be difficult to answer this, but would this
Yes.
would this person be similar in the fact to Mr. Gaston from our Joboland mission in terms of are we worried about him jetting on us halfway through the?
Oh yeah. It's possible. Like, if there's a bunch of, fighting going on outside, I mean, I guess it depends on his. He doesn't seem like a super. I don't know. From what we've heard of him, I suppose he doesn't seem like a super
Skittish.
cowardly. Of course, then again, he is killing civilians, so I don't know. Maybe that's indicative of a cowardly personality. I don't
Well,
know.
if we do end up having a team on top of OP1, we could have an RMAT set up in case he tries to escape to just blow him the fuck up.
Right.
Yes, but I'm about to say it might be more optimal if we do think he might do that to set up instead of. Well, I mean, just a suggestion instead of bounding into the town to set up numerous beacons to allow for multiple and simultaneous and devastating strikes into the town.
Right.
Is ROE on a squirter to go ahead and neutralize it?
Yeah. If he's running, especially if he's running in a vehicle, then we're putting it down. If it leaves the town, like if it leaves the town proper, if an enemy vehicle leaves the town, then you're free to kill it.
Okay.
Awesome.
And shouldn't we from there try to disable the vehicle rather than blow it the hell up?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's entirely up to the discretion of the helo. If they think they can disable it without losing it, then that's fine. But if he's getting away, then I'd rather him dead than.
Yep,
So
that makes sense.
that's going to be entirely up to helo command, I think.
Rather dead than red. What?
Oh god.
All right, are we good?
One more question.
Yeah.
Does human indicate any numbers at all? Like, what are we looking at here? 20 guys, 50 guys, 100 guys?
They go back and forth between the airfield and here, so there might be more here right now, but the more of them might be sleeping, and then it takes them time to be up and about, and it could be that they're not here right now. So we get unreliable, sporadic intel from resistance guys in this town.
Okay.
So.
During the day op that we just had, there was high civilian traffic. It's obviously night now, so they might all be indoors, but just be aware of that.
So that leads me to another question: is would we be expecting a QRF from the airfield?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I suspect it might take longer, right? Unless they're like doing some kind of nighttime drills, like you gotta roust everyone out of bed and get them going. But yeah, definitely. Once we go live, I suspect we'll have people coming.
That's interesting. So when the group is setting up to breach objective 1, or whatever building he may be into, then you want to make sure that other unit is facing the airfield, or
I would
maybe
behind.
To some degree, but I think that our squads are more focused on the town than anything else because, in theory, our gunship is going to stop anyone who's coming from the airfield. That's their main job. That's their only job, basically.
Yeah, and they're higher up, so they
providing
can see them coming. Yeah.
And if they see them coming and it's something they can't handle, there's a force of infantry spread out over 100 meters, that are all running along and they don't think they can hit them all, then maybe they tell us, and we reposition the sort of container squad or whatever too.
We also have 2 squads of 16 people, so one fire team's all it takes to take a target in a building.
Can we expect civilians to harm themselves whatsoever?
Rebels.
Yeah,
Rebels?
we don't know.
Or pro-Russian rebels.
There are once again, as far as we're able to determine, with our resistance contacts, our resistance guys are not supposed to be here, but it's not an organized structure. So, if there are civilian-looking guys and they have a gun and they look like a threat, then we're putting them down. Preferably, not until they're doing something threatening. Like if they're running away with a gun, I guess I would encourage individual leaders to maybe not shoot people in the back, but yeah, there shouldn't be friendly guys, allied units of any kind in this. If they are, they're hiding in their houses. So
Cool.
Okay, so civilian If it has a gun, don't shoot it unless you've confirmed that it's going to shoot back at you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Russian. Well, we know the usual.
Kill the Russians.
Kill the Russians. Yeah, go pee. We're gonna go ahead
Shoot
and turn it
rebel.
on though.
All right, sweet.